Hi, good day, good evening, everyone. As we all know, Ryan wants to leave, or has already left the Canelo team. Wants to leave trainer Eddie Reynoso. Now, to a lot of people, this sounds like a really bad move because, and understandably, it sounds like it makes sense that it sounds like a bad move because is the Canelo camp. They have fighters there. They have Andy Ruiz. They have Canelo, of course. They have Oscar Valdez, and I think they're even bringing in Virgil Ortiz. But even so, even without them, it's a Canelo camp. Eddie Reynoso as a trainer has gotten very has become a top trainer. Has brought Canelo up way up there. Has he's increased his level in skill and boxing ability, etc. So it's yeah, it's at front face. It's clear to anyone. It sounds very clear that why leave such a badass camp? It's a really bad idea. However, it really isn't when you put things into thoughts. It really isn't that much of a bad idea, and that is because Eddie Reynoso is training too many fighters, too many top world class level fighters. That is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Uh, on top of that, yeah, because the reason is because his attention is getting divided. He he would now be training. I don't know, maybe like four or five top world level boxers, and that's like I don't know. I think maybe like two or three of them are gonna fight in somewhere around May, April. So I don't think he's gonna be able to dedicate too much of his time with each of these fighters. And not only that, but he has to train Canelo. Canelo is his primary fighter, so he has to put a lot of focus onto him. Imagine, Canelo wants to fight on May the 5th, and Oscar Valdez is also going to fight around that time because he's going to fight against Shakur Stevenson. And then, of course, we have Ryan that wants to fight. That's going to fight in April, and when Canelo's out, more than likely he's already gonna if he's gonna fight on May for sure by March he's already gonna be full in training, and that's where Eddie Reynoso is gonna have to dedicate a lot of his time on Canelo. And March, I mean, that would not work for Ryan. Uh, he needs a lot of time for to get trained by Eddie Reynoso. Not only that, but young fighters, especially a young fighter like Ryan Garcia, they're more dependent on their trainers because they're young. First of all, they're young. They need a lot of guidance, and yeah, they're lacking so much wisdom and discipline, etc., etc. And as we've seen with Ryan, he likes to be on Instagram and whatnot. So yeah, of course, we could say that part of him leaving the team, the camp, would be because of that. But again, a young boxer is typically going to be not as disciplined as a boxer in his prime. A boxer in his prime has already integrated discipline into his has already grown into discipline into his career by the time they're like 20 over 25 years of age, maybe 30 or 35. They already they've already instilled discipline very tight onto their everyday life. But someone like Ryan, who's 23 years old, he needs a lot of guidance. He's a young fighter. He needs someone there that will shake him up every time he turns on his phone and wants to get on Instagram. He needs someone in front of him, um, not 24/7, but for pretty much the entire training. Pretty much every time he's at the gym when he's training, keep him on check, keep him in check. Pardon me. And yeah, so his reason of course, yeah, he recently he left the video. He made a video, and he said that the reason why he left was because of not bad blood, but because of time. And he said that Eddie doesn't have the time for him. And yeah, it makes sense. Eddie does not. He's training 4 or 5 different world class fighters. Not only that, but I think I already mentioned it that yeah, Virgil Ortiz wants to join in as well, possibly even Teofimo. I'm not. I don't know. That's a rumor there, but um, it's just not a good thing. It's not a good thing for Ryan Garcia. Um, Also, maybe one of the reasons why it's also really not a good idea for him to stay in the gym is because his promoter is Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, and he's training at the Canelo team, and we all know the bad blood that they have between each other, and all of that has caused a lot of bad vibes for Ryan, who's stuck in the middle. You have on one side you have Oscar whispering something to his ear, and on the other side you have Canelo and Eddie Reynoso also whispering something negative about Oscar in the other ear, on the other ear. So, I mean, in this again to a young mind, a young person like Ryan, can cause a lot of negative feelings, can cause a lot of I don't know. I mean, it's just a lot of rift and all these bad tensions. So I just won't. I just don't think that it's just he does not need this right now. He does not need this in his career. He's again, he's a young guy. He's dependent right now on father figures, on people that he could look up to, and he can grow and learn from them. He doesn't need this right now. So yeah, those are my reasons. Just to kind of summarize the reasons, he doesn't have the time. Eddie Reynoso has too many top fighters he's working with. That's not good for his camp. And the other reason is because of the negative tension that he's getting from, working, having the Golden Boy as promoter, and then working with the Canelo camp. It's just bad tension. It's just creating bad vibes. So, anyways, those are my opinions about the matter. Let me know what your opinion is about what I said. Good night, good day, peace out.